That's like an ugly JPEG picture. Oh, this is the clear winner. Hey, it's Paul here on The Friendly Reviewer. On this channel we do a ton of fidget toy reviews, so make sure to subscribe so you can watch more videos just like this one. In this video we're going to be taking a look at something I haven't reviewed before, which are fidget apps. And in particular we're going to be looking at some apps that mimic one of the most popular fidget toys around, which is the Fidget Cube. We're going to be doing a tournament style where we look at each function, such as the joystick, the buttons, the scrolls, the roller ball, the switch, and the dial to see which one comes out ahead in the end. So let's get into it. First up is Fidget Games, Flip, let me get the name right, Flip, Glide, and Spin. So first up is Fidget Games, Flip, Glide, and Spin. You can see it here, and I'm going to put it right up here so everyone can see it also. So then we're going to use the classic cube here. There's an ad, we'll skip ahead. But this looks very much like the Fidget Cube that I have here. I'd say the graphics are quite stellar. First up is the joystick. And I got another ad. The joystick is vibrating each time that I move this. Not the best feedback. I don't know why it flies off to the side like that. So I'm going to give that a 2 out of 5 stars. So let's move on to the buttons. So there's 5 buttons. They look pretty good. You can see some depth to them. There's no vibration going on, but a clicking sound. All 5 of them are the same. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 stars here. Let's move on to the scroll wheels. Now the scroll wheels look pretty cool here. Let's see how they work. Okay, that's not great at all. Let's give it 2 out of 5 stars. Again, not quite to the middle range here. So next up is the roller ball. That is a massive roller ball. There is no sound whatsoever, no feeling going on, no haptic feedback, anything. Let's give it a 2 out of 5. The dial, let's look at the dial here. Dial looks, again, this looks very much like the fidget toy. Not great here. If you can see what I'm doing, I'm just moving my finger wherever and it's kind of moving the dial around. It's almost like an up and down motion. It's getting a 2 out of 5 as well. Alright, last one is the switch. That's actually not too bad. There's no feeling, but it looks like a switch, makes a pretty good sound. I like it. I like the switch. So we're going to give that a 3 out of 5. After putting this all together, it's going to get to a score of 14, which is in the lead right now, but we haven't rated any other one, so it'll be interesting to see where this lands in the whole pack at the end. Next one is Fidget Cube, which is a pure white background. That's interesting. So it says tap to start. So let's see what this is. 3, 2, 1. There's nothing on this cube. Up, right, left, up, down. This is just a game. So this is not a fidget toy at all. So we're going to give it 0s across the board. Let's kick out to a new app. This one's not going to be applicable. So the third one we're going to take a look at has a name very similar to the first one, but the picture's clearly different. This one's called Fidget Games, Glide, Flick, and Spin Fingers, and it says Fidget Cube below it, but we're going to pick that one out and take a look at it. Well, that's interesting. It kind of makes a vibration and a funny sound, which you can hear. It's not that great. It's kind of annoying. I'm going to give this a 2 out of 5. Let's move on. Let's see, how do I find the buttons? There's the buttons. So each time I hit a button, it's vibrating and making a nice sound. Actually, it's a little bit better than the last one with the vibration and the sound, so I'm going to give that 3.5 out of 5 stars. All right, moving on to the, let's see if we can find the scroll. Where's the scrolls? There they are. Okay, that one's a lot better than the last one. They look nice. The sound's there. There's no feeling whatsoever at the phone. No vibrations going on. Looks pretty good. So I'm going to give this one a 3 out of 5 stars for scrolling. All right, now let's find the roller ball. Where's the roller ball at? Looks pretty cool again. It has that subtle sound. So I'm going to give it a 2.5. Now the dial. Where's the dial? Well, that's kind of a weird sound. I'm going to give that a 2.5 out of 5 stars there. And the last one, which is the switch. Okay, it gives you a sound and a vibration every time I touch it. I'm going to give it about a 3.5 out of 5 stars. So that puts us at 17, which puts it at the new leader after this round. On to the next one, which is called Fidget Cube, Your Pocket Stress Release. The icon does not look that impressive, but we'll see. Visually, it looks a whole lot like the other Fidget Cubes here. Let's get to the joystick first. I don't know if they know this, but this is the knockoff Fidget Cube joystick here. It doesn't slide around. Not the true ANSI lab, but that's all right. So it's not too bad actually, but not great. So I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5 stars. Let's take a look at the buttons. Again, these are just, everything's just vibrating. There's no sounds whatsoever. They look all right, but let's give them a 3 out of 5 stars. What about scrolls? Oh, this is clear winner on the scrolls. So you can't tell this. It has this haptic feedback that whenever I move the scrolls, it's popping. It's not like a full vibration. It's like a little pop. That feels just like a scroll wheel. I mean, that's perfect. I'm gonna give that a 5 out of 5 stars for the scrolling there. There's not really much rolling going on here, so I'm gonna give the rollerball a 2. And then the dial, oh, that's really good again too. That one is kind of like the scroll wheels. That it makes these little pops. Again, let me see if I can touch this to the mic. I'm not sure if that came through. I don't have a clue what that just did to the microphone, but it actually works very well. I'm gonna give this, only thing that's annoying is every time I go around it keeps vibrating once because of every time it makes a revolution, so that's a little annoying, so I'm gonna give it 4.5 stars. And then the switch, a little disappointing, a little bit slow on the animation here. The noise isn't there. It just buzzes each time, so that's gonna be 2.5. So that puts this one though at 19, which puts it squarely in first place after this round. Is it gonna hold out? The 5th one is called the Fidgeting App. All right, it says click, scroll, swipe, flip, and spin. Okay, let's try click. 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 And instead of making a vibration or sound, it says click. Interesting. Click, 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 click. Interesting, okay. Let's try the scroll. I can't scroll down. Let's scroll up. So it looks like I just have multicolors. Again, no sound, nothing feeling. What about swipe? You can swipe to the side and get colors. Flip. That's like an ugly JPEG picture of a switch that switches back and forth. There's no animation there. I think this might be someone's, that one's not, that's actually pretty similar to some of the other ones here. This app in general kind of looks like, I'm hoping this is someone's first app that they made. And if so, more power to you. And if not, the icon looked really cool to get me to click on it and download it, but it's getting a 0 for the joystick, a 1/2 of a star for buttons, a 1/2 for scroll, a 1/2 for rollerball. I'm gonna give the dial a 0.1 and 0.5 for the switch. There's something there. It's more than 0, but that's about it. So nice try. More power to you again if this was your first app that you made, but if not, the last one, which is the Desktop Arcade or Fidget Arcade, we're going to take a look at that one. Okay, this one has this nice haptic feedback of kind of this moving around vibration. Here, let me see. It has a nice feedback here, so I'm going to give this 4.5 out of 5 stars. All right, let's look at the next one, the buttons. Okay, those have a, oh, those are different. So the bottom ones are different than the top and the middle. So what's going on here, and let's see, it has this kind of a push down and then a pop back feeling to it. And then whenever I touch the bottom ones, it's just the push down. It has the best feeling that I've felt on these. So I'm going to give this another 4.5 stars. If they could just improve their graphics, this would be amazing. All right, what about the scroll? Okay, those look a little different, but it looks 3D. Well, that's interesting. So not only does it have an amazing sound to it, you actually feel a little pop as each tick goes by. It's actually very impressive. I'm going to give this one a 5 out of 5. That's pretty amazing. All right, what's left? The switch. Again, doesn't look like a Fidget Cube, but it has nice haptic feedback here. It's like a pulse. It feels like you're touching a switch there. If they could just improve their graphics a little, I'd give it a 5, but I'm going to give this a 4.5 out of 5 stars. So after that round, that's going to put the Fidget Arcade at 18.5, which puts it just barely in second behind the Fidget. And these names are horrible. It's gonna put it just behind the Fidget Cube, your pocket stress relief. Although I think that Desktop Arcade would win if it had some more of those features on it based on this grading here. Now, if you wanna know what's the best one for each attribute here, the Desktop Arcade has the best joystick, the best buttons, the best scroll wheel, and the best switch. The purple dial Fidget Cube has the best scroll wheel and dial, and then the Fidget Games Glide Flick and Spin Finger has the best roller ball. So those top three really have all of them, so if we could just make an app with all of them combined, I'd be thrilled, but if not, you're gonna have to go with these. Let me know what you think about fidget apps in the comments below, and if you think these are a good idea or really just you need to buy the actual objects. This has been Paul with Fidget Apps. Thank you for watching.